Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion and to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary.
You were forced to eliminate everyone? Even the non-essential?
Heard about that, did you? Alright. So things got a bit out of control. Nothing I couldn't handle, though, as you can plainly see.
Yeah, remember, dear brother, I can't always be there to get you out of trouble.
Well, I suppose I should get going. So many contracts. So little time.
Walk with darkness.
So, we are to get a new contract. What are you doing on that stone slab that belongs to Vicente Valieri? Alright, well.
Ah, assassin, I must speak with you. It is quite urgent. A sealed letter just arrived from a Dark Brotherhood courier. I recognize this type of parcel. It contains sealed orders. It's addressed to you from Lucien Lachance. You must open these sealed orders immediately and follow their instructions to the letter. It would seem the Black Hand itself has a task for you.
Okay. Let's see what that says. Wait, oh, it's the other way. God. Son of a biscuit. Orders from Lucien Lachance. Eliminator, you have served the Dark Brotherhood well in the short time you've been with us. Indeed, the rate of your advancement has been rather remarkable. Now the Black Hand itself is in need of your abilities. You must proceed with all haste to my private refuge in the ruins of Fort Farragut, located in the forest northeast of the Chedenhall Sanctuary. When you arrive, we will discuss the nature of your special assignment. I cannot stress to you enough the importance of your swift arrival at Fort Farragut. There are unseen powers working to unravel the very fabric of the Dark Brotherhood. The Black Hand is counting on you to prevent this disaster. Do not share the contents of this message with anyone at the Chedenhall Sanctuary, including Ochila, and make no mention of your journey to Fort Farragut. Also be warned, my refuge within Fort Farragut is guarded by denizens who will attack any interloper on sight. Get through these rotting sentinels and you will surely have earned the right to visit my private sanctum. Okay. I've read the sealed orders from Lucien Lachance and to meet him at Fort Farragut, which is in the wilderness northeast of the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. Apparently he has a special assignment for me. Okay. Whoop. Where is the ladder going up? There is a ladder in here, isn't there? There. Oh. Ah. Aha. There was. So Fort Farragut, well, I think I know where that is. That is the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary that we discovered by accident, stumbling into it, where we found the barrel containing the 10 poison arrows, the barrel that was locked with a very hard lock. And that was before we got the skeleton key. So I think I know where that is. Now, that means that I also know the quick way in, which is basically just finding the hollow log somewhere in the mountainside and then basically enter the trapdoor that is within, which leads straight down to Lachance's refuge, as it apparently is. But that is not really the fun way. And I like to do things a fun way. So he said rotten denizens. Well, that certainly means undead, which is no surprise. But they may already be dead, as this seems like a quest location. So I think the hollow log is somewhere up there, but, well, that has no interest. What has interest, however... Could there be loot up here? I highly doubt it. Because that would let adventurous types like, well, me, hint that there is more to be gained inside. No. Twas nothing. Now let's see. So unfortunately there's this time of day where the sun is coming in from a rather unfortunate angle, making it hard to see the screen. But that should not affect the recording. Oh. We got skeletons. Oh, maybe I should look where I'm going rather than walking into a wall. You consider those a challenge? Please. Can't even hurt me. You have to find me before you can hurt me. Did he stay up there? No, I don't think so. No, he did. All right then. I don't know how visible that was, but basically with the sunlight coming in, that's damn hard to see on my end. Probably shouldn't, but oh well. Oh look, treasure! Let's see, local map. I'm mostly checking the local map to see where I don't want to go, so that's... So this rolls in on itself, these connect, so it doesn't really matter. Then down here, and around, and... yeah, okay. Might as well go this way then. Again, I don't think it matters. Not entirely sure what collapsed just there, but something did. Oh, it would be this one. Not really a challenge. I hope you didn't see it as such for others, because it certainly isn't for me. What do these do? 45 fatigue? Nah. That is not a problem. Oh. Huh. One of the bone parts must have rolled in and... Still couldn't jump that. Okay. And it turns out I couldn't jump it the other way either. Okay. I wonder what it is that is so special that... Well, he hinted at it. And the hint was that... someone is trying to betray the Dark Brotherhood. There's one more around here. Sounds like he's right up above me. Well, we'll get to you. Oh. Ow. There we go. All sorted out.
I have been waiting for you, assassin. We have not spoken in some time, but I am well aware of your accomplishments within the Dark Brotherhood. That is why I have sent for you. I'm afraid there is a situation. The time has come to test both your skill and your loyalty to Sithis. The Black Hand has learned that the Dark Brotherhood has been infiltrated. By whom and for what purpose we do not yet know. What we do know is that there is some link between the traitor and the Cheydinhal Sanctuary. The traitor has tainted that place beyond repair. It was learned that the traitor has been active for quite some time, since before you joined the Brotherhood. That absolves you of any suspicion.
Say nothing.
Listen well, child of Sithis. You have been chosen to perform the ancient rite known as Purification. Everyone inside the sanctuary must die. You must break one of the tenets you have sworn to uphold. I know, this is an unexpected turn of events, but drastic measures must be taken. Ochiva, Vicente Valtieri, Antoinetta Marie, Gogron Grobalmag, Talendril, Mirage Dar, and Tainava. All these family members must die. From this point forward, you are no longer bound by the 5 tenets. Sithis will forgive any murder, any theft, so long as you serve the Black Hand. When the rite of purification has been completed, return to me here at Fort Farragut, and we will discuss your future. Now, take these special gifts. They will help you greatly. One is a poisoned apple, the other
I
a
already
unique
have 10.
scroll of summoning. Good luck, Silencer.
I don't think I need to
Make
know
haste.
more.
The sanctuary must be purified if this treachery is to be undone.
Summon Rufio's ghost. Oh! That's a throwback and a half. Rufio was the man who we killed in the very first task for the Dark Brotherhood in the Inn of Ill Omen. That's definitely a throwback, if it is the same Rufio. But summoning's not my style. Never has been. Sure, it's fun to see a skeleton pounce about for 40 seconds and then disappear, but it really doesn't serve any purpose. Right. I had a feeling it would come to this. Partly because that's more or less how it went in Skyrim 2. Albeit, there it was a combination of enemies from the outside combined with weak leadership in Astrid from the inside. Here, rather than doing proper detective work, which we have shown that we are capable of, you're basically just saying, whatever, screw it, kill them all. I'm not against it.
You've got some nimble feet.
But there are much easier ways to do this. Alright. Well, they don't know about my task, so they shouldn't be hostile just yet. But if I can keep sneaking, shooting and hitting with the enchanted arrows that I have, I should be able to take most of them down with a single arrow. Okay, have we anyone alone? Yes. Because someone is in the training room. Ah, we got two in here. That's a little less fortunate, but that guy will be a problem if he gets up close. Talendiril's Oshiva node. That seems important. Not sure what his key is for, but question is, can I wait until more of them come in here? Because I think eventually they will. How are we looking for? Yeah, we might as well. Most honorable Achiever. As per your instructions, I will from this day forward leave the solitude of the sanctuary and maintain the following posts. Roidas and Sunders I will travel to and remain in the city of Leowin. There I will spy any and all vessels entering into the Imperial province by sea. Upon my return to the sanctuary, I will report on which ships have sailed the Nibbin northward to the Imperial city. Tirdas, I am to spend my day here in Chaiton Hall, in the establishment known as the Chaiton Hall Bridge Inn. There I will spy on the citizens of this city and report back on anyone I deem a threat to the sanctuary's security. Turdas, I will remain in Chaiton Hall, but keep a watchful eye on the sanctuary entrance. At first sign of suspicious activity, I am to report back to you immediately. My thanks to you, Achiever. Your reliance on my gift for subterfuge will serve the Dark Brotherhood well. Of this I promise. May you walk always in the shadow of Sithis. Telendril. So, Telendril is dead. And it wasn't even me. She was out on the road when she happened to encounter two Imperial Legion soldiers who were taking down a bandit. When they did that, while they were doing that, she turned hostile against them and they pretty much insta-killed her. So that is one less for me to deal with. This also suggests that I'd have to chase her down through various parts, and I don't really want to go to Leowin again. Alright, well, that solved itself. We'll drink some more coffee while we wait. So far, no indication that either of the two we killed were the suspicious, well, the traitor. I would have been surprised if it was the orc. His nature was not for that kind of... Is that skill books? Just available right there? Ah, what? Woo, nice. So right now, no one knows what has been going on here. Which means that I should be able to leave this place without them turning hostile. Alright. If I can get them one by one, that is perfect. Oh. We also have that skeleton, but right now I'm not really concerned because if I were to wait a bit for him to go away, certainly isn't fast. I should be able to hit this.
Night Mother, I beg your mercy.
Your Night Mother doesn't listen to you. At least not anymore. And have I. 5 tenets. Right. Ah, still have the Agonian heart on you. Nice. That is. What have we got there? That looks like Antoniette Marie. So that leaves Qa'Rajh Dar and Vicente Valtieri. Well, for good measure, I think I'll take this guy out too. Oh, maybe it was an idea to actually equip some arrows. There we go. So, are they moving? Or are they pretending to sleep? Well, they wouldn't be sleeping at 11 at this hour. But none of them appears to be moving at the moment. Let's see. There are no notes or anything that indicates that. Oh. Well, it's just Vicente. Well, he is a vampire, so assuming he is a bit more powerful than the others. Assuming. He might not be, and well, you're making it easy. Vicente Valtieri is dead. If I wish to become a vampire, I must seek another means of acquiring the dark gift. Well, I don't. Got to Chayton Hall, abandoned house key. So, I don't have. The purification is now complete. Every Dark Brotherhood member based out of Chayton Hall has been killed. I will now report back to Lucien Chance at Fort Farragut. So none of them had anything that indicated that they were the traitor. Well, that is a bit of a bummer. Not exactly something that I can do anything about, but I wished it at least told me. The obvious answer would be Antoniette Marie, as she had always had that kind of a bit too kill-happy smirk to her, where she was pondering that if the others were to die, that would be the most obvious choice. Whether that is the actual case, I don't know. Maybe I should look it up. Because now we're sort of after the fact, and this is lore that I want to know. So let's see, what is it called? The Purification. Ah, there it is. Conclusion. After killing all 7 members, travel back to Fort Farragut. Blah, 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 blah. All the Chatenhall Dark Brotherhood members are dead, so the hero will not receive any more contracts. There is a forum post, maybe that. Okay, well that didn't reveal anything. That was just a bunch of people saying how they felt about this quest. Well, that didn't exactly reveal anything, so I am none the wiser in terms of lore. Which I'm kind of sad about actually, because other times, at least in my experience, the Elder Scrolls games have been great for finding and dishing out a lot of lore that you don't really need, but helps build the whole world and the image of the whole world. Immersion, essentially. So when the lore isn't there, and there isn't any evidence to anyone of them being the traitor, other than the "ha ha ha, I will stab you in the back. Just kidding, it's a joke between 2 Dark Brotherhood friends." Wait, are we in the right place? Oh, yes.
The ritual of purification is complete. Well done. Sithis has been appeased, and the time has come to acknowledge and reward your unwavering loyalty. The Black Hand is most pleased with your progress. You have been invited to share in secrets that few within the Dark Brotherhood even know exist. Your life in the Sanctuary is over. Those contracts are behind you. Now, you will serve the Black Hand. You will serve me. From this moment forward, you will walk in the shadows as my silencer. You will receive contracts only from me. Your new life has begun.
Say nothing.
Listen well, child. No longer will you receive orders directly. Instead, you will visit dead drop locations scattered throughout Cyrodiil. Your next contract can be found at the dead drop on Hero Hill southeast of here. A hollow in the moss-covered rock contains all you need to know. When you leave here, we'll not speak again, unless I deem it necessary. Ah, yes. There is one last thing. I have for you a very special gift. Waiting just outside is a magnificent steed named Shadowmere. She has served me well. I present her now to you, as a token of my trust and love. Now go, and may Sithis guide you in this new stage of your life's dark journey. Go now, child Sithis. Walk in the shadow of fear and bring glory to our dread father.
Well, now we know what that Hero Hill is for, since, well, obviously isn't anything to it. I think Hero Hill is relatively close by. At least it is in this part of Cyrodiil, at least, the eastern part of Cyrodiil. Obviously, the eastern part of Cyrodiil is a long while, but let's see. Oh yeah, it is close by. I remembered correct. Well, let's go there straight away. See who we have to kill for this one. I suppose this definitely feels like it's the sort of it feels like, because I've never played this far in the Dark Brotherhood's questline either, it feels like we're above halfway through the questline. It feels more like we are in the last third, actually. And that also means that we can start thinking about what comes next. And the only faction that I have yet to start anything with is the Thieves Guild. So, if we are sent to the Imperial City, or if we are perhaps sent to Anvil or Skingrad, then it would make sense for us to go through the Imperial City and start a Thieves Guild quest. Okay, is this it? Hollowed Out Rock. Dead Drop Orders number 1. I visited my first Dead Drop location and received my next contract. I have received your new orders from Lucian Leschance. I must go to Leaf Rock Cave and kill a necromancer who has begun the process of transforming himself into a lich. This necromancer, Silidane, has not yet completed his metamorphosis, but is still incredibly powerful. Too powerful to kill if faced directly. I searched the cave for Silidane's writings, tried to discover his weakness. I mean, necromancers are usually dealt with a silver arrow to the face. If that doesn't do it, 2 to the face, maybe 1 to the butt. Did you know that necromancers are weak in the butt? Yeah, not a lot of people know that, but it's true. True. The dark arts make you soft in the behind. What? Whoa! That's a drop wolf. Okay, I did not think that was in range, but, well, it was. There's a camp nearby, en route to our location. Automation bandage that needs a lesson or 2 in dying. Well, I'm afraid I can't teach them much in the ways of dying, but I can show them the way. I'm not exactly experienced in death myself, but dealing out death, now there's another thing. And I would say that I have a somewhat decent understanding of that. Maybe we can take him out from here. Ooh. Oh, that's a mistake, my friend. Gotcha. We're not really getting that much closer. Blade is close, and hand to hand is also getting close. Right. I think some of it is also boosted by my current rings. Carbo's camp. Oh. Could it be that this place is one that have not yet Well, no. It is one that exists, but it is quite far away. Not a problem, we have all this episode to do it. Plus, a nice stroll through the mountainsides will quite possibly relieve me of some of my arrows that are weighing me down. So I basically can't see why we shouldn't do this. Might even get a level while we're at it. See, how much time do we have? About 25 minutes. So that should be enough to make it to the cave. Oh, we got company. An imp. of all things. Lack of speed and lack of accuracy was your doom. That is quite far southeast that it wants me to go. Not that I mind, but... Oh. The reason I'm going up is that there is a camp, and I'd like to get the jump on them rather than the other way around. Unless, of course, the camp is up very high. Ah, there it is. In the shadow of that rock. That's very far from everything, really. But I suppose if you're running from the law, that's not a bad position. Certain camp. Yerk. Alright. Onward. If I come across any smaller creatures, like wolves. Oh. Wow! Missed me. That was a mistake. Well, everyone's allowed one. That's fair. Oh, missed. What is this? Purification. Convenient that the hill is here. That means we can climb over it rather than scooting along the side of it. Of course, if I had a shovel, I could just go right through it, and that would be the fastest route. Yep. Alright. So much for that.
Oh!
Oi! That didn't hurt. Oh well. Over the hill and far, far away. See, you'd think that there would be something in this valley. There's nothing. I mean, there is a couple of wolves, maybe a bear and such. But there isn't any caves, there isn't any fortresses, nothing. I'm stubbing my toes constantly here. Probably not the best idea. What is this? Fort. Entius. Oh. What's this? A brazier. Well, I suppose that's this castle's version of central heating. Oh, another ape. And a mud crab, but... Oh, come on! Thank you. Now sit still while I pummel your face. There we go. thought the game froze for a second, but no, it was just my feather spell running out. Nope. If I look for mushrooms, that is because I look for the one called Clouded Funnel Cap. What that does is very simple. It restores intelligence. Why would I need that? Well, there is encounters with things like will-o'-the-wisps. And will-o'-the-wisps have a tendency to, when they hit, damage either willpower or intelligence, or sometimes both, just to be dicks. Oh. Oi! You stop that, you little nasty piece of work. There you go. What? What? What is down here? Don't tell me that there are... Okay, well... Are you serious? It's a mud crab? Or what? Oh, it is! I thought it was a will-o'-the-wisp because I couldn't see my opponent. Oh! Ah! Another camp is nearby. Oh, and another imp. Son of a biscuit. Oh, and I haven't changed my arrows. It's everything that's coming together right now. He died. He used a spell, and it got slammed back in his face. That could actually be a good way to kill that necromancer. Where did your corpse go, friend? I don't think you had anything on you, but... Ah, well. Oh, these are dwarven arrows. It would be good to get rid of those. Those are heavy. Dwarven arrows, ebony arrows, and daedric arrows all weigh more than any other type of arrows. With daedric arrows being the heaviest at 0.3, so 1 steel arrow, so 3 steel arrows weigh the same as 1 daedric arrow. That son of a... Ooh. They do make a nice fire, but I can't imagine the smell being particularly nice. Ooh. Ooh. 2 apiece. Let's get the archer first. Woo! Alright! Where did you? Nope. Ah! You died! And you? Where are you going? What the... Ah, never mind. He thought that mountainside was really interesting. Well, that was his last action in this life. What he's doing in the next, well, I would imagine he's looking at hillsides in the afterlife. Can't imagine that to be a can't imagine that to be a specifically interesting afterlife, but hey, it's not my death. I just caused it. So, we're dealing with necromancers. There's a good chance that, well, there's a pretty high chance actually, that we are also dealing with his undead lackeys. I would find it rather unusual if he was there all alone, with no minions to protect him while he is trying to become a lich. So, I don't think there is a bonus to these dead drop quests, but, oh. Are you... Well, the marker suggests that we are very close by. Good, good. Oh, we still have about 15 minutes, so yeah, we definitely have time to go in and teach that necromancer a lesson. No. There's also a camp, but I think that's further away than it seems. Yep, here we are. Leaf Rot Cave. Okay, time to kill some undead. As you do, as you do. So I think I have... Let's check. I'm not sure I've been in here. I have. Well, already I hear the moaning and groaning of ghosts, so there's... Hello? Really? There's a rat coming my way. Oh boy. A nice jump. Missed the landing a bit, but well, the jump itself was nice. Alright. Is that a Doom Wraith? No, just a regular one. I hear a skeleton. Path of Transcendence. My initial findings may have been inconclusive, but they set me on the path I will pursue until I achieve my goal or lie rotting in this cave. Either outcome will be a welcome respite from the days and nights I've spent toiling without food, water, or any kind of companionship. A lesser mage would have fallen prey to madness by now, I'm sure of it. But I am not a lesser mage. Though they try in earnest, though their hearts and minds are true to the teachings of our great sovereign, my fellow necromancers lack the complete dedication required to achieve that ultimate of goals, the state of Lichten. Not even Falcar himself can match my sheer tenacity, my unwillingness to accept failure on any level. That is why I, Qa'Rajh, will soon join the ranks of the worm eremites, those servants favored by our sovereign above all others. I will sit with honor and obedience at its right hand, while those fools in the Mages Guild grovel at my maggot-ridden feet. Well, I got news for you, pal. Your sovereign's dead. Falcar's dead. Even the most pedestrian peasant fairy tale has long held that a lich must somehow remain bound to his soul, and that connection most commonly manifests itself as a transference of the spirit into an actual physical object. An urn, a sarcophagus, a crystal phial. One Khajiit fairy tale even tells of a lich who preserved his spirit in the severed head of a wood elf infant. And these same peasants long comforted themselves with the belief that if they had the grave misfortune of facing a lich, they would only need to find the vessel containing his spirit form and then destroy it, thus destroying the lich himself. Fools and their folklore. True liches possess no such weakness. Can one of the sovereign's worm eremites be bested by shattering a glass vase? The very notion is so absurd as to be comical. Yes, a necromancer must transfer his soul into a physical vessel, but once that transference is complete, once the necromancer has fully metamorphosed into his lich form, the vessel is inconsequential. But it's the process of this transference itself that has eluded me for so long. My soul remains bound to my earthly body. Nothing I have attempted has allowed me to free myself of this mortal coil and transcend to the state of Lichten I so dearly desire. Every tome I've acquired, the volumes upon volumes of necromantic discourse, all useless. I've grown disgusted by the years of wasted life that have been poured into these so-called essential writings. Who in their right mind would ever wish to animate a month-dead cyrodiilic butterfly, or bring life to the rotting husk of a rare albino mudcrab? How many months have I wasted away in this cave, and for what reason? Ah, yes, I know. I will resurrect an army of deformed goblin younglings and march in the White Gold Tower itself. That, at least, is in my reach. My mind has become a cesspool of necromantic waste where rejects spell and rituals compete for the honor of finally driving me completely insane. And still, I am no closer to achieving my goal than I was when I first began this process. Am I losing faith in myself, in my discipline? Perhaps I have been studying too hard. Many a night I have sacrificed my prayers to our sovereign for one more experiment, one more incantation. What I need now is rest. Rest and a state of tranquility, so that I may commune with our sovereign and repledge my loyalty and devotion. For what answer I will find in some crumbling codex that could not be supplied by our great sovereign himself. The secret is mine. So long I searched, so hard I toiled, but I was a fool. I was right to forgo my studies for a more ardent devotion to prayer. Last night, as I sit in the throes of meditation, our great sovereign did come to me. He passed to me the knowledge I have sought for so long. The secrets of transcendence were even more complex and arcane than even I could ever have imagined, and I will never transcribe them into any written work. Indeed, they have never been recorded. All my months of solitude were for naught, as the secret I so desperately sought could only be obtained through direct communication with our great sovereign himself. Soon I will walk the earth as a worm eremite, serving the sovereign in a state of endless undeath. Through the sacrifice of many innocents, the resurrection of many servants to aid me in my task, and the tireless performance of a nearly week-long ritual, I have completed construction of the Sands of Resolve. The transcendence to full lichdom will not be immediate, however. The vessel has been crafted, but my energy force, my soul, must be fully transferred into it. Not even our sovereign was quite certain how long this process would take, as it varies from one necromancer to the next, based on many factors, both physical and spiritual. One thing, however, is certain. This hourglass must never leave my possession until the transference is complete. I grow more powerful every day, but in truth I am more vulnerable than I have ever been. If something were to happen to the Sands of Resolve, if the hourglass should somehow leave my person, a connection between soul and vessel would be severed. To think that my work, my life could be eradicated so easily after I've become so close to success is almost more than I can bear. I've discovered the journal of the necromancer Celadine. It appears he has used a magic hourglass called the Sands of Resolve to turn himself into a lich and extends his life indefinitely. The process is not yet complete, however, and the hourglass must remain on Celadine's person for some time as it contains his life force. If I could remove the Sands of Resolve from Celadine's possession, perhaps through pickpocketing, he would surely die. Are you suggesting I am to... Okay, well... Honestly, it seems a whole lot easier to just kill him and let him basically just like knock him down. And then as he tries to get back on his feet, snatch the hourglass from him. The deads aren't particularly good at gripping onto Leafroot Hollow. Perhaps he is in a place where he can be pickpocketed. That I don't know. I didn't want the scowl. I suppose I could have searched through their personal objects, but yeah. What would I gain from that? Though it is possible that I would actually gain the knowledge I sought. Okay. cuts and nicks from long practice session with all manner of blades has its benefits. And our journeyman with blade weapons. Your sidestep power attack now has a chance to disarm your opponent. Feel sorry for the rat. Okay. They're gonna jitter for quite some time, I think. Oh. Haha! No. Yep. Still jittering. And they're gonna saw me. Oh well. Where exactly do I need to go? I need to go to Leaford Hollow. Well, both of those doors lead to that, so... in theory, I should be able to... Hello? I should be able to move it around and... Oh, cheeky! I should be able to move around and potentially get behind him. Well, yes, this was the way. Are you serious? Oh. Yes. Yes, you are. He was about to turn hostile. I had to put him down. So that's the way that they want you to go. But I'm a rebel, so I will go in this way. Haha! They will never expect that. Okay.
Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my eyes playing tricks on me.
Well, it definitely got me closer to him. Not sure if that was actually what I wanted, but okay, come on. Yoink. Celadane is dead. I must pick up my reward and next contract at the dead drop located in an old sack hidden in the bushes beneath the great oak in the city of Coral. Well, that was... that was a lot easier than I had expected. Well... ooh, this is a tight little area. Well... might as well do now that I'm here. Could also be that there are a couple of minions that needs to be taken care of. Master Retort already have one. Lots of bones. Nothing of value. Not even a stack of coin or anything. So, didn't you have any minions down here with you? Hello! I can almost jump up that. Well, that would probably have been the way in. Alright. Well, I don't mind it being easy. That is A-okay with me. There could be treasure in there, so let's just peek inside. There... oh. No. No. Okay, well, that wasn't. Right. In the next one, I will meet you near where the next quest will take us. And off camera, I will have searched through the belongings in the sanctuary in Chayton Hall, so that I can tell you whether there is law or not indicating who was the traitor. But that is all for next time, so until then, take care.